I like how the security guard is falling asleep.
Welcome back to the Let's Play, folks. We've just gotten to floor 60 on the Shinra building. I'm sure you can tell that by the giant 60 there, but in case you were confused, that's where we are.
Ah, this part was actually really fun.
The Metal Gear Solid-ish bits, where you could choose to sneak, or... Actually, you had to sneak here. Because you could fight them, but then you'd immediately get put back.
Yeah. Ooh, he made it pretty quickly. I never went that fast because I was always so paranoid they were going to catch me. Go! Yeah! No time for Tifa.
I've done it even faster than this before. Because there was one point where I managed to, I figured out exactly when you could signal, and they, granted I've forgotten its sense, but you could figure out exactly when they stop being able to pay attention because their field of vision is very limited.
Yeah.
And if you signal them right before that, then they'd start running and they'd technically still be looking, but their field of vision would have already turned away.
Yeah. I was just always cautious, you know. I'd rather go slow than have to get caught and do it a million times.
It was XP. He was actually more careful than he had to be there, because they couldn't have seen her, even if he signaled twice immediately there. Because they were, you know, on the other side of the pillar, and couldn't have seen Tifa if she ran across.
I kind of like this little floor. Like, there's like little nice tables and
The big old
a tree. There's like a bunch of trees run like on the side there.
Yeah, it's a massive sort of hilarious incongruence in its own right. It really serves to just sort of drive home just how sort of faceless a megacorporation dystopian the above floors are. How they, you know, nominally have, happy nature, we have trees in our lounge, and then, you know, 5 floors up, Hojo.
Yeah, definitely.
And, you know, 70 floors down, deep ground.
Yeah. Let's pretend that they don't exist right now.
To pretend what don't exist?
The deep ground.
Who? What?
Oh.
What are you talking about, Tennyo?
I get what you're doing. Clever, clever.
You and your games, Tennyo.
Games. Okay, now apparently there's supposed to be like a clue to what the answer to the mayor's question is in here, but I never figured it out.
Depending on what he is, you can ask several people, and the answers in here will actually, what the books are will tell you the answer. So it's always, you know, the same amount, but he gives you, like, a simple hint, and other people will give you bigger hints, and you can figure out using the books in the libraries.
But I don't even understand what the books are trying to tell us.
Specifically, I think it's the first letter of each.
Oh, really?
Yes. It's either the first letter or selected letters in each.
Okay. Like we're supposed to know that. That's rather elaborate.
Mayor Domino. the nefarious plans of middle management.
There you go. This part was kind of fun. Remember, I did figure out how to do it. I don't know if I'm gonna remember right now though. Let's see Pixel. Or else maybe he's not even gonna try it. Oh, he is awesome. Open the door.
You open 2, you go through the ducts, and then you open the 3rd door to get to the last item after you go through the duct.
There you go. He looks so funny crawling through the air duct.
Dun, 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 dun. Metal Gear Shinra. Dun, 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 Metal Gear Shinra. Strolling in fast. Tom Smith. A glorious filker.
And he got it! I remember it took me forever to figure this out though. I kept going through so many doors. I think I spent hours. Like, where am I supposed to go? I eventually looked it up in Game Facts because I gave up.
There's a weird little hiccup I just had. The video paused for me for a second and then really just caught up to it going super fast. So Cloud went and grabbed the B item and the C item, literally, or the last 2 item coupons in about a second.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was very yakety sax.
Oh, funny. But it's working for you now, right?
Oh yeah, it's fine.
Okay. Keep going.
It's just telling me, more reasons that I really probably want to get my files off of this hard drive sooner rather than later. Because it might not be in the best
I love how
condition.
they have like a gym here.
Yeah.
Go work out.
You find Ketchi's best item, but you'll literally just put it back because why bother?
I know, that's kind of hilarious. It's like, you get it, and he's like, what's this?
I got fun.
What's this, a megaphone?
Yeah. Well, hanging on to this won't do any good.
Even though, yeah, probably would have.
This is why I don't care how useless it is. Even if it's a nugget of dragon turd, you hold on to it.
Mm-hmm.
They learned their lesson in Lunar. They ought to know it here.
And this part's kind of fun.
Completing the model of the city.
Locked.
You can only open so many of them. Correctly.
There you go.
I know you have to enter the parts in the right order to open all of them. That's the thing.
Oh, really?
So you get one, you have to find the next one that opens, you have to put it back, etc., etc.
Oh, yeah. I get what you're saying. Yeah, that's how you gotta get through it.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun, though.
Yeah.
There we go.
And this was how the city was truly formed. The giant Chocobo came, and with its magic Chocobo powers, inserted the sections of the city, plate by plate. It's an allegory.
It's a good story, I like it.
Yeah.
Cool story, bro.
Coolest ever.
Very
Never doubt the power of
mythological.
a Chocobo.
Sounds like
I mean, there's 2 there's in addition to the Chocobo series in this game, Chocobos are always your most valuable party members. You got this game, you got the Chocobo's Tales, the Chocobo's Dungeons, Chocobo Racing. Chocobos, don't mess with them.
They're cute,
Unless
though.
you're a Moogle. Unless you're a Moogle, then you can mess with them. But only Chocobos and Moogles should only mess with each other. It's safer.
What about like the fat Chocobo?
Nobody messes with the fat Chocobo. They'll eat you. How do you think you got so fat?
I have to say that was always my favorite summon. When that thing popped up the very first time, I laughed so hard.
I like that they gave it something to be when they really got rid of limited inventories. Because that was what the Fat Chocobo was for early on, was to be your inventory.
Oh, really?
Yeah. In Final Fantasy 3 and 4, you could get so many different items, but you just didn't have
here
space
he
for
goes. Is he
them
gonna
all.
flush? Oh, come on. He didn't do the best part.
Well, you have to flush when you leave. There's no point to
Oh.
flush when you just get in.
Okay, I get you. I suppose there's still time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cross
But if
my
he doesn't
fingers.
do it when he leaves,
Then we riot.
then we can... Yeah.
$10 billion gil. I'd like to know the exchange rate.
That's a lot of potions. I believe it's 100 gil for a potion.
Is it how much, like, how many dollars is 100 gil?
I don't know. But I've always used the cost of the basic healing item as the gold, essentially the gold standard for exchange rates in different RPGs.
Okay.
It doesn't always work. It sort of falls apart because the Tales series has the proportional healing items, which are so much more valuable, or they're always as effectively valuable as a healing item. But for most things where, basic healing items like herbs and potions do a fixed amount of damage, it's always, useful for having a economic baseline.
Okay.
That's just sort of how I roughly eyeball how much different weapons cost for the heroes. But I really have no clue how much 100 gil is for.
Okay, I have to point out here, Hojo's forehead is incredibly massive in this part. It just looks like it
I don't think you have to point it out. I don't think it's possible to miss. There could be an elephant in the room, and his forehead would still be the elephant in the room.
Something stinks. Yeah, it's the spies. The spies above you.
Yes. She really needs deodorant. Wait, no, they meant something
What?
else. Something stinks. They were talking about Aerith, weren't they? You know what he's actually talking about, the odd juxtaposition of something stinks. They were talking about Aerith.
That is true. Okay, come on. Flush.
Flush, damn you!
Flush.
Flush!
Yes!
Good! You don't have to kill
good!
me, Pixel. You can
My
live
day
for
is
another
sick.
day.
My day is made.
Pixel's life is spared.
We no longer have to riot in the streets.
I mean, we still can.
You know what's frustrating
don't
about this
have to.
part? The people walking in the hallways get in the way.
Oh, yes.
You can't go anywhere because they're like walking down the hallway like, hi, how are you?
I like how they don't care at all, though. That's kind of hilarious to me.
Yeah, they just see you and they're like, doo-doo-doo, I'm just gonna keep walking and block your path.